What's up, you Totem Togedamarus? It's your boy Snooze and Token. And we're back at you with the number 3 money match. And today is a special one because we have the man, the myth, and the legend, Justin Karras, Mr.
Yeah,
Top 6 at the Worlds.
yeah,
Yeah.
Justin is definitely a very solid battler. And oh, sorry, I almost forgot my introduction. How's it going, guys? It's your boy Token. But yes, Justin is definitely a very solid battler, and very much so exciting that he was interested enough in putting his money where his mouth is, like we're hoping more of these VGC competitors will be. And he got in on this the VGC money matches against Preston, and we have a very awesome not VGC 17, VGC 18 match for you all. So we're diving into some early meta of our upcoming season, and very excited to be able to watch this. So if you want to dive into the teams.
Yeah, so Justin has what looks like a very well put together tournament ready team, with Tyranitar, Salamence, Excadrill, Tapu Bulu, Heatran, and Cresselia. Some very standard mons, very strong mons, something that you see a lot on the ladder. And then there's my team with Typhlosion, Charizard, Whimsicott, Tapu Lele, Kartana, and Crawdon. And just to explain right off the bat, because I know you're all wondering why Crawdon, I was theory mining with Crawdon because I was struggling against Heatran and Cresselia. And in my theory, Crawdon really helped check both of those mons. And so I was giving it a try. This is literally like the 3rd battle with it on the team. But that was my thought process behind it, just trying to put some feelers out there of what I could use potentially.
Yeah, and just for some background, one thing is that unlike Justin, Snooze unfortunately didn't fully partake in the 2015 VGC season. So this is a little bit more of a wide open, newer meta for him than it would be for your typical battler. As I myself played a lot of VGC 15, I only went to one actual regional, but I played a lot of VGC 15. So the format's a little bit more different for him. So that's why you see a more uncanny team rather than just kind of, oh, let me just throw a VGC 15 team together, considering that it's so closely related to that format. So there's a little bit of prior insight, as you can probably theorize that Justin played VGC 15 when you see kind of a just Japan Sand team, which is very popular early meta in the VGC 15 format. However, though, we do have some new additions, such as that Tapu Bulu. That is definitely a very awesome new addition that you wouldn't typically see, obviously, in VGC 15. One thing I actually did want to ask, because one thing was, does the Whimsicott have Trick Room? But another thing I just noticed was that what is Typhlosion's Eruption a better, because I don't know if you're scarfing that or not, is that a better option in Sun than that Ice Cream Disco Ball new Ultra Beast going for that Mind Blown move in Sun? Because I've seen a lot of people talking about that in Charizard together. So I was just wondering, did you decide to choose Typhlosion over it? Like, did you even think about using it with Sun? I'm just curious.
So I think Mind Blown. I think that's the move that Blasphelia uses. I think that also hits the partner.
Oh, it does. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it also hits the partner because I saw some guy using it with the Telepathy or Nguru on the ladder.
Oh, then you are probably correct, and that makes a lot of sense as to why you forego going for that. Because I don't want to hurt my own Pokemon. We love each other.
And so I thought about it, and actually a little bit, I did actually use Blasphelia on the team a little bit, coupled with Charizard, but I went for Typhlosion overall just because I felt like even though it doesn't have as much special attack, that it still can serve the purpose I need it to. And so it was kind of a niche pick.
Yeah. Especially at full health, eruptions even outside of Sun can honestly do a good amount of damage to a team. So you put Sun in front of Typhlosion and start going for those eruptions, you can definitely put dints in Pokemon that don't resist it. So definitely interesting there. That I did not know. I've somehow played a good amount of VGC 18 games, and I have yet to have I don't even know how you pronounce its name. I haven't even tried to pronounce it yet. But yeah, I have yet to face the Ghost Fire type Disco Ball Ice Cream guy yet. So that's interesting interesting to know. I'm glad that I now have that insight. And I think you were telling me before this that Whimsicott wasn't Trick Room, so that is also interesting.
It's not Trick Room. Yeah, the only reason, like, I don't have Trick Room on it because the only Trick Room on would have been Crawdaunt.
Yeah.
But Crawdaunt was there as kind of like, oh, they're setting up Trick Room while switching Crawdaunt. You know, it's just kind of like the
Trick Room counter.
Yeah, Cresselia Trick Room counter thing. So
makes sense. All right. Well, we are all ready then. Now that we got past a little bit of insight about the teams and the players, we are all ready to jump into this battle. So if you are ready with me, we're gonna do a small countdown. 3, 2, 1, play.
So Justin leads Salamence and Cresselia, which I figured he'd lead Cresselia against my team. So I went with Crawdaunt and Whimsicott. And I tanked that double edge, which I did not think I was going to do.
You should put your speed on normal if it's not already.
It is on normal.
Oh, it is? Dang. That double edge did not happen for a little while for me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, though. It's okay. But all right, yes, Crawdaunt was able to live that. That's amazing. All right. We see the Ice Beam on Whimsicott.
Yeah, the Ice Beam.
Oh, the knockoff.
And the knockoff takes out the Cresselia. So that it did what I wanted it to do. It took out the Cresselia, which made it so that Trick Room couldn't go up, which was my main concern at that point.
All right, and you're actually not in too bad of a spot here with the Tapu Lele. Unfortunately, Salamence is so fast, though.
Yeah, and his Tyranitar actually outspeeds my Lele too, which I did not.
Oh, and it went for assurance. Okay.
Yeah, which I did not expect at all. Because if I could have been faster than Tyranitar, I would have definitely been in a better position to set up an end game. But that pretty much sealed the deal. That game one, of him outspeeding my Pokemon.
Yeah, and then having Heatran just to stop the eruptions from just decimating his team. So. Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I wonder what set his Heatran is. Are you running a little bit more of a bulky Lele, or
Yeah, it's a bulkier Lele, but it's not like zero speed, you know. It's like a good investment in defense, good investment in HP, and then enough to like outspeed certain things. But like definitely I should have outsped that Tyranitar, so I feel like it was a pretty fast Tyranitar.
Yeah, that sounds like an extremely fast Tyranitar, considering that it was a Tyranitar by far doesn't have the fastest speed stats, so it definitely sounds like a pretty fast Tyranitar. And then when you factor in that he does have that Heatran, it makes it a little bit more tricky for your Sunmo to play against this team. But exactly. So maybe having to conserve Crawdaunt a little bit more for Heatran as well, but with that Life Orb and that really low speed set, it's really hard for its health to not get whittled down very quickly. So
exactly.
It's going to be interesting how you adjust to game 2s. But all right, so same teams. We are here for game 2. So what were you thinking maybe going into game 2? How were you thinking you can maybe bounce back?
So game 2, I was actually more worried about the Salamence than the Cresselia, just because I didn't have anything that was fast enough, and knowing that his Tyranitar is faster than my Lele, I didn't really have a way to beat it, you know, because Lele was my answer. And so I was kind of like stuck in a corner. Like I didn't know what to do. The ones that can take care of it are too slow, and then it sets up Trick Room and I'm too fast. I'm like in this weird speed tier where I'm not fast, I'm not slow. And it's like a bad scenario for me. Yeah,
and what is the item on your Typhlosion?
It's Scarfed.
It is Scarfed, so that would be faster than Salamence, correct?
Yeah.
But it's not running HP Ice, is it?
No, it's not. It's running like Eruption, Flamethrower, Focus Blast, and I think it was like what was it? I don't remember what the last slot was. But it wasn't HP Ice.
All right, just curious if that was maybe a slight option to get some solid damage off on Salamence. But without that as an option, I can definitely see Salamence kind of putting you in a real bind. Especially considering that Kartana is one of your fastest Pokemon, but Salamence kind of walls it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to start this game in 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so we see from Justin the Salamence Bulu lead. And on your end, we see the Tapu Lele Whimsicott lead, so double fairy we got going on here.
Yeah, double fairy. So I was just thinking about like maybe setting up a tailwind, I think, and just going for like the moonblast on the dazzling gleam. That's right, because I am spec, so I was just gonna go for the tailwind, and then I was gonna go for the dazzling gleam, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do, honestly. Like I just started like kind of panicking because this heat train was out, and in my head I didn't know what to do. So like literally this is one of those moments where I started to like tilt, and like after the first game I was just kind of super lost in my thought process, wasn't playing confidently, didn't start making reads, didn't make predictions, and it just put me in a really bad place to win.
Yeah, especially I think one of your main only routes, I think, to defeating the Salamence was ensuring that Whimsicott didn't go down, so that Tailwind could stay around until Salamence had to be was in a position where it was forced to stay on the field. Because like you said, if somehow you can be faster than that Salamence, then you force your opponent into a kind of tricky situation where he no longer has such a powerful threat that's outspeeding majority of your team. So
exactly.
Yeah, I think that would have been very beneficial if you maybe could have kept Whimsicott around to where Tailwind was set up at a point where Salamence couldn't really switch out.
Yeah, see, and then he just brings in Salamence here.
Gets the Intimidate drop, and then has that typing that just is too much, and Tailwind just petered out, so he's in a solid position.
There's not much I can do about it.
And it's not like Kartana's gonna now knock out Salamence. Its typing just doesn't work that way.
I don't even
knock out.
Oh, and
the Sacred Sword doesn't even knock out.
I don't even knock out the Heatran, and that just added insult to injury almost. Like, I just felt so embarrassed and I just felt so stupid. This was not my best game, and I don't know. It's just kind of one of those games where you're like, I wish I could forget that happened.
Yeah, it definitely, like I said, it definitely happens. It's like, Uncle Lou, he kind of destroyed me in our VGC 17 match, so it definitely happens, but it's all about bouncing back, and like we did say before the battles, is VGC 15 is a wide open meta for you, whereas for majority of other VGC competitors, it's a build off of 15, so that little bit of experience actually goes so far when it comes to team building. So it'll take some time, you'll adapt, you'll learn, and it'll start to come naturally to you. I honestly commend your confidence in being so willing to get into a battle against such a very quality opponent with such preliminary knowledge on the format. I definitely have to commend you on that, because in no shape, way, or form, it's like, honestly, like he has so much practice in this format and you have absolutely none. Well, not so much practice, but pretty much a lot of practice. There's some few little differences
a lot more
in this
than
format.
I do.
Yeah, there's a few little differences in this format from the prior one, but it's a lot of there's a lot of staple Pokemon from 15 that are good again. So it definitely makes sense that it was a little lopsided, probably a little bit more than you envisioned, but still, I definitely think that once the format gets a little bit underway, you should be hitting up Justin or that rematch and be like, all right, man, I got a little bit of, I know what's going on here now. Let's have a rematch. I'm ready. It's the same thing I'm gonna do with Lou once 18 gets a little bit more underway. 17, he decided to freeze me at at Anaheim, and then we play again, and I use a team that I kind of just had a very small relative success with, and he kind of bopped me and had a really good matchup. So you bounce back, you take a little time, and you'll bounce back, and you'll give him a good run for his money. But I'm really excited to just have Justin on the channel and in a battle against you. So definitely, once again, good effort, though, at least.
Yeah, Justin, he is super good. I played him a couple times. I've never beat the man. So definitely, I have a goal to beat him, And so, but this game, he took $10 off of me, and he taught me a tough lesson of VGC 2018/2015/2014. So, and actually after this battle, I went back and watched the replays, and I made some significant changes to the team, and it performs a lot better now. So even though I got completely bopped, and he just gave me the business in these two games, I learned a lot from it. So it was a tough lesson, but it actually improved my team a ton with this money match. Just this one match probably helped me learn more about the format than the ones I've been doing on just the ladder, because there was more at stake, so I was learning more, you know.
Yeah, you were more invested and engaged, and then he really did have like a team that you can very much so expect to see at regional events once the VGC 18 season gets underway in Dallas. So yeah, I do think playing against a team that you can definitely expect to see once the format does get underway, and then obviously playing against a battler of his quality, and then also being in a best of 3 scenario where there's so much different dynamics of, oh, we played one game, what's he going to do this game? All those added together, it gives you so much more insight and focus and just thoughts on your team and different perspectives of looking at your team than you would get from just ladder game after ladder game. So there's just so much benefits to best of 3, and this is why I love being able to have these VGC money matches, because it puts some stakes on the line and it allows us to play best of 3, which is what you typically want to play. Well, it's the typical way of playing at these actual competitions that we have in real life. So I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that we got a 3rd one on the channel now. And once again, guys, you can also partake. Yes, you, the viewer, can also partake by simply just following me or Snooze on Twitter. I'll retweet any of his tweets about VGC Money Matches, so you'll see it on either of our Twitters, and we can get you guys involved. You'll just kind of be like, hey, I have a wager of this much this week, and you can and then someone will match you. One of us might match you if there's a little bit of stagnation with people putting up a bet against you, and we'll get you guys involved. It's just super fun, and we're excited for a bunch more future matches. But is there any other wrapping up thoughts that you have to add?
Well, so far I've won 15 from Philip and lost 10 from Justin.
Oh, so you're still positive.
I'm still positive. So you know, it's all a good fun. I just want to say thank you to Justin for being willing to be on the channel and to battle me. I really appreciate it, man. And yeah, you know, check our Twitters. I think I posted that I'm putting up another $10 wager. So just comment if you want to get in on that, and we can play and we'll set it up. But just thank you guys for watching. Look for the next money matches. We'll try to get one up every week, and we'll check you guys later.
Yeah, we'll definitely check you guys later. And once again, just how he said, $10. If for some reason you feel like you're not in a position to where you can put money on the line in Pokemon battles, the best you can do to still support something like this, if you do still think it's a good idea, is to at least just like share the video, like share when the video goes live on Twitter and stuff like that. Just try to help us get more exposure for it, as that is going to be the best for us to continue to improve this and learn from what we're currently doing to make it as best of a product for the rest of you guys. But like Snooze said, we appreciate you guys viewing, just you guys being engaged and wanting to view these battles. It means the world to us. But yeah, we're both gonna get the heck out of here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. For now, peace out.
See you guys.